Happy Monday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery at Jeffery TV, coming to you live on Memorex. Default route, default location. They still haven't cleaned this up yet. This used to be a spot where a fairly established encampment, if I can use that word, had been there for a while. Same cats. I cleaned it out. I guess it was a fire, then they came in and they swept all this whole area. Live on Memorex, default route, default location. Happy Monday. As with most of the Mondays, I categorize them, and this isn't quite a thank God it's Monday, but it's a somewhat welcome Monday. And I keep saying or thinking that I don't do well with free time. I could maybe, and it could be that during the week, I just wear myself out and need to rest. And the rest may be needed, required, and duly appreciated by my body. Because from Monday at 9 a.m. till I get up, till Friday at 8 p.m. when I get off work, I'm pretty much going the whole time. Either I'm walking or working or sleep. There's a couple hours in there where I sit and eat, watch TV, but so I might get up at 9 a.m., I'm gonna walk, I may get back, take a shower. I know definitely I'll get back, take a shower, but I may have some time to actually sit down, turn TV on, keep my feet up for like maybe 20 minutes. When I got up this morning, I got my work laptop out because I put it away every weekend. I get it out, get it fired up, get it connected to the network, and let it do whatever updates or whatever it needs to do to settle in while I'm out walking. I get back and continue to set up to do the work because it saves time. They give us a 15-minute period to do that. For the time we punch in, our punch-in time, we got 15 minutes to where we have to be able to go live and take calls. And that time is monitored. And your performance is graded on it. It's called Start to Available. And I'm usually at 100%. Last week was my first full week of work. Complete, with no bumps in the road, missing no hours. Time card was punched perfectly. No anomalies, no changes, edits needed. Just beautiful. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 750, 750, 750, 750, over there. Lunch, just boom, 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 nice, clean. We just gotta keep doing that, and it wasn't that hard. The new me, it really wasn't that hard to do. There was a focus, some tricks I'm doing now, or some adjustments I made, I should say. So it's not so, and it was up. I took a nap yesterday, a good one. So I was up late last night. Basically, didn't really roll over and go to sleep until like 3. But, I slept so much during the day. And even if I slept till 3, stayed up till 3 and went to sleep, that's still 6 hours of sleep. So I gotta get up at 9. So there's, you know, I do set aside time to get my rest. I definitely do that. So Mr. Scale told me 202.4 this morning. I was under 199 at some point both days just this weekend, I think. You know, after the walk, or maybe after I got up, you know, and I had sloppy joes and french fries, and I Instacarted some food, Big Newtons and stuff. I didn't feel like, didn't get my steps yesterday, didn't care. Got up and got him Saturday. I think I had my weight down to like 197 something. You know, it was an anomaly. Probably dehydrated and starving. But still 197. I like seeing that number. 197 is probably 0.8 or something like that. And maybe even lower. So started the day off, the week off at 202.2, which is 0.2 pounds less than when I started off last Monday, which I'm not excited about, but I'm not disappointed, because I know it comes in sine waves. You know, it's up, down, up, down, up, down. But overall, it's more down than up. Or something like that. Happy Monday. It's summertime, it's August. Why do I say that? Because I'm going about it the incorrect way, in which I want to not hope or even figure on that or count on that or want that or be thinking about that. But a lot of people are on vacation, and maybe the workload will be lighter. And I don't even want to be thinking that way. That's not how I want to look at it. I want to get myself together to be able to handle a tsunami every day, all the time. It's about me and not what I'm quote unquote up against. Me being prepared, me being ready, me being stable and ready to go. Well, I don't have to worry about anything external. That's the way I like to take the responsibility on myself, regardless. Don't put it on anybody else as much as possible. And I do. I pretty much do. I have to admit. I do well by that. Here we go with the I'm at a high resolution too, so, but I'm using compression, and that 640 by 360, that was too small. Let's face it, that was too small. It was too low. So I turned it up, and I could afford it once I did the math. You know, we all went through the whole gigabyte a day thing for an hour video. So I ain't gonna, you know, worry about it. Even if it was a gigabyte a day, I can handle that. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Got some people out here today. People, they looking for cans and stuff. I ain't mad at them. I guess that is obviously income of at least some kind of significance, because you see a lot of people doing it. And knowing California, they probably increase the incentive to recycle and save the earth. And, you know, they're into that stuff. And it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. They're into that stuff. Pick a side. Maybe somebody else flying down the thing. Slow down. See? He ain't supposed to be on it. Supposed to be like no motorized vehicles, and I think he told them to move over. And he got all these people out here today. What is this about? All these people out here today. It's a lot of people. It's crowded. So, you know, I mean, what can I say? Steal a game this Saturday. I got to figure out what program I'm gonna use, what subscriptions I'm gonna need to do what I do. And by do what I do, I mean get the package of subscription to see all them Steeler games. You know, it's not gonna be much, you know, starters ain't gonna play. Aaron Rodgers probably ain't gonna play. All the big, you know, veteran superstars may or may not get their chance to play. But it's still good to see the team come out, line up, and do some stuff. I think Mason Rudolph might get the start. We might get to see some Will Howard or this other fourth quarterback we got. Will Howard, it could be, you know, it's a chance he could be somebody or be something. You know, the hopes are kind of not high on him, but they're there. You know, he has the pedigree and work ethic and attitude to be successful, even though he's drafted in the 7th round, 6th, 7th round. Say Tom Brady was drafted in. He's the greatest of all time. So, you know, you never know how you hit. You never know. You never know. Sometimes you do. Sometimes, well, so you might not say never. Sometimes you do know, but you really don't know. You can get a #1 pick, the guy who's destined to do this, do that, do that, and he can just be a bust. Maybe it just don't work out. He get the money, something psychologically can change, physically, work ethic, et cetera, et cetera. You really don't know. And that's the fun part of what, playing the game every Sunday, any given Sunday. Come out and watch what your team do, what they look like. You know, hope that they can play well and play well consistently. And there's been a couple times where Pittsburgh has lost, but I was still happy. There's been times where I've been happier when we lost, not because of the loss, but because of the way we played in a loss. In games where we won, it turned out ugly. And like at the end, we barely hung on, go up like 21 something, 21 nothing, and let the team come back. We good for that. Get a lead and start playing prevent offense. Oh God, it's happened too many times. So here they come. All they need is one touchdown. You can be down 21. You get that first touchdown, now you're down 14. And you can see a path to victory. And they'll go for it. And this game was done, it was over. We got a chance to steal it. So it's good to me, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Next Saturday, I'm gonna be at the undisclosed location with my mother. So, but that kind of don't matter as far as watching the game. So, and I could probably even watch it on the replay, to be honest, but I kind of want to see it. It's in Jacksonville. Would I consider going to that game? Not really. Not really. If I was back there, maybe. But that's Florida. That's way down in Florida. So, I don't see myself in Florida too much. Nothing against Florida. Well, okay, something against Florida. I'm not a beach, humidity, tropical kind of person. I'm not for the tropics or warm weather. Not so much the humidity, I don't mind humidity. I'm just not a beach person or, sun, warm weather. I like concrete. And not so much the cooler weather, but I'm not a tropical person. Not into it. So I really don't get the Bahamas, all that. I know it's something to it. Jamaica, Caribbean, all that. I know it's something to it. I know it is. I know they got it set up nice. I know they got it. Food, people party, music. I know accommodations. I already know that they got it set up right and working. To treat you right, accommodate you, et cetera, et cetera. But still the idea, that kind of fun, maybe I don't see as fun so much. I guess we'll be on the boat with a bunch of people, food, music, dance, party, activities. It may be what I need, because again, I do well when I go out. And I forget how good it feels every time. I went to Fuzzy's Funk Factory. Saturday. And once again, it was good to be out. Good to be out being Jeffery, just being out. It was like an hour and a half ride to get there because of traffic. But once I got there, I was good. Well, it was good to be there, just having so much familiarity with what was going on, and the confidence of knowing what to do and where to go, and knowing people and the music. The whole thing comes together to give me almost an empowered feeling, an elevated feeling at the least. Elevate my vibration to get in the mode, all the way from finding a parking spot, securing the car, getting my cameras and stuff. I mean, it's all my stuff. You're just going through the whole process of preparation for the event and people. To walk in there, Fuzzy's Funk Factory playing, Mr. Easton, Mr. Fisher, Mr. Stewart, Mr. Oliart, and they had a horn player. It's pretty good, did a good job on seven things. To come in and get recognized, or to be known, see the people that that you've done stuff with. You in the crosswalk. Because you in the crosswalk. That's why. ain't seen her in a while. Wants to walk up there. She park her car there and be in there consistently.
Nice camera phone, man.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
You on YouTube?
Yep, YouTube, all of them, man.
Yes,
Try to put it out there.
right. I mean, they is paying, huh?
They ain't trying to.
Yeah, I know. Film yourself, huh?
Yeah, that's what it's about. All about it. Have a good one, dude. Did you hear me try to play them off? Here I be playing folks off. Here I be playing folks off. Yeah. What was I saying? I forget. Well, it's Monday. I feel, regular Monday, feel good. I'm ready to get back into it. Do what I do. And not that I'm anxious to get to work or anticipating, but in a weird kind of subtle, genteel maybe way, I'm looking forward to getting back. I'm looking forward to getting at work and seeing how I feel and actually knocking it down. I'm looking forward to, I don't know if I call it challenge, but the opportunity to grind, just put my head down, don't gotta think, just gotta grind, just gotta keep, already, I got hours set of what I gotta do. And to get through that, maybe even look into my reward, the black and mild at the end of the day, sitting in my chair and reclining for a little bit. Maybe looking forward to that a little, but really to knock the work down, to get the work knocked down and to enjoy it, to figure out a way where I can enjoy it, where I can make that time go faster. And just feel like I'm getting something out of it, more than just the paycheck and the distraction. And also, I don't know if I was getting migraines or sinus or whatever, but I had one Saturday. And it don't hurt, but it's very uncomfortable. And it doesn't make me want to do nothing, but it brings me down, takes my energy away. You feel like a little sinus pressure and then like a muscle tension headache in the back of my neck. And it usually happens right before it rains. So I'm thinking, is it air conditioning? Is it sugar I ate, salt? What is bringing this on? And I even got to a point where it could be the way I stand up and bend over and whatnot. Putting strain on the muscles on the back of my neck, sticking to my pillows, the way I sleep. You put strain on the muscles of my neck. And then I Google it. It's something about referred pain, where maybe the pain might not be sinus congestion. That maybe just be a symptom or a side pain or phantom pain or whatever. And I took Tylenol. I don't know if it was the Tylenol or whatever, but it went away. I can remember later that night, Saturday night, I was like, oh, it's gone. And it was a relief to have it gone. Like I said, not that I was in pain, it's just the discomfort. And it seemed like, I don't want to say it's been happening a lot, but I need to start noting in my calendar again when it's happening. And I'm sick of tired of smoking them Black and Milds. Black and Milds may be causing something in my nose to be easily infected or irritated, something like that. Made sloppy joes. Made manwich and french fries. It's good. Had a manager sandwich last night. And potato chips, didn't make any more fries. Had a 10-pound bag and Instacarted it. Didn't feel like going nowhere. So I Instacarted it. And they came. And it was good. I didn't have to relax and rest. When was that? Saturday? No, was it Saturday? It could have been Saturday. Saturday I went to the Funk Fest. It was yesterday? I did all that. I did that yesterday? Okay. But it was good to get out Saturday. Good to see people, talk to folks, hear good music. And one thing I realized about Mr. Bobby B. Easton and the Fuzzy Felt Factory, and I said it, and I recognized it, but I probably didn't completely get it figured out. I definitely wanted to go down there and see Mr. Easton do Fuzzy's Funk Factory for some strong reason, just to see what he was gonna play. Just to see what he was gonna play. It really not just. Of course, it's just, it really, the main reason Bobby was, one of the biggest draws, I should say, was to see what he was gonna play. Obviously the talent, his talent and his sound, and the way he plays guitar is very funkadelic sounding. Because the tone and stroke, whatever. And then he had this John Stewart with him. He had Nora Fisher with him. He had Louis Oliart with him. And he had a horn player that I didn't know, who I just want to mention because he was there. And so he had talent there, and you know, and he just funk in his name. You know, he was wearing a certain old shirt, you know, so he knows, you know, he's funk, you know, he's there. But his scope is so much bigger than that and so much more. So it's kind of fun in a way to go down there and complain, we gonna get any funk? Is it gonna be funk? Funkadelic ain't funk, that ain't funk. You know, you know, to go back and forth like that. Cause I know I'm not gonna get no cosmic slops, nothing probably, nothing that the mother band, P-Funk, Mr. Clinton and them play. Nothing that George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic play regularly. None. We'll get none of that. None. None. Ain't gonna be no One Nations. Ain't gonna be no Knee Deeps. No. And in a way, I think that I understand that it's good that I'm exposed to that. And I went down there, literally, I mean, hour and a half. I thought a couple times about turning around and going back. Believe you me, I thought more than once about turning around and going back. I said, no, I'm going down here. I said, through this traffic. Got down there, I was talking to John Stewart, the drummer. He was like, I was here at 12. See, they know. They know. Supposed to start at 2. They said they started late. I got there at 3:30. He said he was there at 12. That's usually me. You know, get there early, chill, breakfast, do whatever it is, do that, sit in the car, whatever. Just don't be sitting in that car for an hour and a half on the freeway in traffic. Not that it's so bad, but you know. So he didn't disappoint me. Played some Ozzy Osbourne, some Black Sabbath stuff. You know, Tally knew it all. I had no idea what half of that stuff I heard, but it was good stuff. And he played some Funkadelic, you know, of course, and it was good to hear that music. It's good to hear Mr. Fisher play that Funkadelic. It was good to hear him play Stuffing Things. It was good to hear them two connect. And then Lewis on the other guitar got in there because Mr. Fisher and Mr. Easton definitely know what the sound. There's no, you know, to hear musicians, it's a pleasure and honor, or it's worth it just to hear musicians who can play that P-Funk sound so attractively. I don't want to say right or wrong, because you already know that's subjective. This is the way I think, how I feel about it. And that's probably what it comes down to, even though I want to make it more than that. It just may come down to these cats play the music the way you like it, the way I like it. And that maybe that's all, you know, it is. I mean, or that's all that I'm really talking about. And that could be a big enough draw for me to go see him. You know, that's enough. No matter what they play, you're gonna hear some of that P-Funk style over it or under it. So it's fun to see, like Mr. Chanel or somebody play non-P-Funk music with like a P-Funk under and overtone to it, style, you know, not necessarily the notes or whatever, but just the way you hit it. So it was good to go down there and see that. Roll down there. It was just good to be out. Crowd. I think I was wearing LA MAGA shirt. You know, seeing people, dapping folks up, getting shouted out for Mr. Easton when I walked through all that. Looking around at the crowd and, you know, do my part to may or may not get them going. You never know. Do my part. You know, they see me coming down there, acting up or doing whatever, interacting with the band, and they probably feel they can do the same, you know, walking up, taking pictures. You know, you ain't gotta sit in your chair. Come on, let's get loose a little bit. Show them how to act up a little bit, you know. And they play some good music. I mean, like I said, it's the stuff that I never would have thought of playing. Stuff I couldn't think of playing it because I never heard of it after a lot of it. You know, I haven't heard of a lot of it. So I definitely, you know, can say that I wouldn't have chose it because I didn't even know a lot of that stuff existed, in fact. So, but it was good to hear, you know, certain songs played that I didn't heard it, you know, touch me, move me. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then hearing to play Stuffing Things, you know, to pull that out, it's good. And then before he was doing Tally, and they was trying to show me the set list. Say, nope, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Tally had it on his phone. Mr. Easton was on to show me. I was like, nope, I don't want to know. I'm a fan. I don't want to know. I was joking with that. I don't want to be disappointed. But again, you know, if it was left to me, it'd be maybe the same old stuff. But with Mr. Easton, and I realized the reason I told him I respect it too. I respect it. I know I ain't gonna get this. I know I ain't gonna get that. But I want to see what he gonna do. So you could tell some thought went into it. And I told him, I said, figure it out. You ain't gonna give me what I want, but hopefully you'll give me something I like that I never would have thought of. And maybe same way with Mr. Payne and the 420 Funk Mob. Well, not so much then, because I know where he going. He told me what kind of style of funk that he likes and prefers and don't. So that's cool. I'm cool with that. And then he'll throw in a Mothership Connection or something in there like that, and I'll go crazy. Yeah. Maybe say, hey, when people want that, it's for you. Dun, dun, dun. Or they play something like that. At least give us some Still Tight. Ding, 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 Or I'll Stay. You know, and like I said, to get away from that stuff is good. And to have these cats who study the music, know the music, can play it, got the sound, you know, or like journeyman, studied under P-Funk Cast, the whole thing. A lot went into them to be able to be exposed to their experience, knowledge, and P-Funk capability. To have that around me is probably priceless. It's probably part of being Jeffery, and the part about being Jeffery that I love so much. Need to do more. Need to do more. Tally was there, doing what Tally do. You know, I was talking to folks, just, you know, being out. Nice day. It was in Long Beach, so it wasn't hot. Downtown was brand new. They had a drinking promenade. I guess the whole idea of it was on the street, blocked off, and they had guards in either way, so you couldn't get in or out with certain stuff. And you had to have a wristband, but you're allowed to drink. The whole idea, you was allowed to walk around drinking along this promenade. In this one area, and they had a band, and it was right by where the Long Beach Funk Festival was. And I didn't recognize it first. And Missy said, here's where it was. And I looked up, he showed me the building. I remember one of the buildings that was there. You know, Long Beach Funk Festival was 6, 7, how many years ago? It was in the same spot. They had built new buildings. So you really couldn't even tell. Not that I could tell anyway. He said there was a parking lot there. They built buildings in the parking lot. You know, it was arranged somehow. If I go back and look at the pictures, I can say, oh. Right now, kind of hard for me to picture, even though I remember that one building. So, you know, it's good to be out. It's just good. Now it's Monday. Start the work week again. Steelers play Sunday or Saturday. Got to get ready for that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Using up all this high resolution to shoot what? This stuff ain't important. I'm using up all this high resolution data. I could be at 720 by, I could be at 640 by 360. Low resolution, because all it is about getting my voice. But, you know, it's not gonna be so bad. We'll see. I'll get back home, I'll play it on my TV, I'll screen mirror it or something, see how it looks. Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely gonna look better than the low resolution that I was shooting at. It's definitely gonna be better than that. So, you know. Happy Monday. Start of another week. Start of another week. And if I finish up this week without missing a day, and I close my time card, I'll have a perfect time card. Shoot for that perfect time card. No days off, no punch in, punch out, corrections. Just boom, 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 boom. Maintain that for a few months. Build up that PTO, etc. Oh, and I got things I still got to do. Figure it out. August, it's coming up. Hell, in a couple weeks. So I got to start looking into that. Booking cars and hotels and stuff. I got the hotel in Bethlehem. I'm not getting the hotel in Baltimore. I need to get a hotel in New York. And the way I think I'm gonna do it is I'm flying. I'm gonna catch public transit to the hotel. Hopefully, and the hotel's gonna be right by the venue. So I won't need a car. The next day I'll get up, catch the train back to the airport, and then rent a car. That way I save money from a 1 day of rental. I save 1 day of rental car and parking. And probably gas, or whatever, you know, gas is probably significant. But parking, you know, the $50, $60. $70 to park your car. Even if you stay in that hotel, they charge you. You gotta get on-site parking. So I can alleviate all that. I just get up, catch the train back to the airport, get a car, drive to Bethlehem, which is like 2 hours away. So if I get up kinda and get the day going, I can get there early enough to maybe relax, catch a nap. Because this traveling, between traveling and seeing these shows, not a lot of time to rest. You got a bit of sleep. Hopefully I better get some sleep on the airplane. Coming back Monday. Maybe even get some sleep going out. No, definitely get some sleep overnight on that red eye. Thursday night. Get there, land New York Friday at 9:30. Take the train in. Probably hit New York City about noon. Might not be able to check in till 3. I'll have my book bag so that I can go hang out Times Square, do this, do that. Get in the hotel at 3, kind of get settled, do this, do that. Probably gotta be at the show at 6:30. It's general admission, but you know I want to be first in line. So get there early. And it's not so bad, you know, you're in Times Square, so standing in line or getting out there early ain't really so bad. Just get out there and hang out and, you know, see who's in line, who's not. Figure out the logistics of getting in, you know, secure my spot. Get that front row center. Next day in Bethlehem, I got a seat, so I can kind of relax on that one. You gotta get there early. Baltimore, I'm gonna have a lot of time. I ain't gonna have no hotel, nothing the way it stands, so I think that's the way we're gonna do it. So I guess I could book that now. On the walking up here, book the car. That's the important thing, book the car. First, pick it up at EWR, Newark Airport, drop it off. BWI, Monday morning. I could have made that light. But it's fun to take in. Sometimes you want to stop and just take it in for at least a second, at least for a few seconds, you know? Stop and just kind of take in the surroundings, kind of catch your breath. Just take a moment, you know, like a quick, brief, wouldn't call it exhaling, but you know, just kind of take a moment to look around and appreciate where I'm at, what I'm doing. That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it. That is how we're gonna do it. In fact, yeah, as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the phone, get that. And also gotta talk to my son about some stuff. Another financial expenditure for the family. Do what I can for them, for him, grandsons and the like. Get that settled. Yeah, and then thinking about all the other stuff I need to knock down and get taken care of. Thinking about, I think everything else is pretty much arranged. Oh, the income taxes. Gather up all those documents and submit them to H&R Block. You know, life maintenance. Try to stay on top of it all. That way it doesn't build up. It doesn't accumulate. Yeah, I bought the same selfie stick twice too. I got so used to this selfie stick that I bought it twice. I bought the same one. Remember when I first got it, I was like, it's not working, I can't figure it out. Then I kind of got, oh, okay, this is how this does that. You're supposed to tighten this and do that like that. It's like, oh, okay. And it self-stands. And it has a remote on the handle. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I bought the same one twice. And it holds the big phone. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Looking at my phones, I pulled out the S22. That's still a good looking phone. That's still a good phone. It just wasn't doing, it was acting up on me. And I reset it and did this and did that and it was still acting up. And I didn't know why. And there wasn't a lot of this little glitchiness, consistent glitchiness at a certain point. It would do stuff and I couldn't take it. I was like, oh, I'm going. I think I was traveling or had a reason to need a new phone. So I talked myself into it. Can't be going blah, blah, blah with a phone, tricky phone. So went in and spent that $1,200 to get that phone. And what I'm using now, I didn't get a case for this one. Try to take care of it and don't put it in a case. It's a lot easier to carry without a case. Just try not to mark it up or tear it up. Go from there. How's that look? The backlight. How's that look? The backlight. The sun is the backlight. That part looks good like this. When I come over here, put the sun behind me. Anyhow, you see that over there? How good of a picture is that? How good of a picture are you seeing over there? We'll see. Yeah. Keep it moving. Keeping it moving. Get out here. I'll be under 199. Easy. I'll be definitely under 200, easy. Might even do a little better. Kind of hot out here, I'm doing a little bit of sweating, but again, it's all water weight, so it kind of don't matter. But it still feels good to see that low number. Give a damn. Happy Monday, people. Let's do it. Let's get together and do this thing. this whole week. Might take off to go to my mother's. I usually go Wednesday. I usually go Wednesday from downtown when I get off work. It probably doesn't matter if I'm downtown or not. So I could probably go Thursday. And then, because I was thinking it'd be nice if I went Thursday. And if I was to go out Friday, yeah, I should probably spend it with my mother. Spend time with my mother. See about going to see the O show. Because I think getting down there is easier from out where she at than to go from where I'm at, traffic-wise. I think it's the way the freeways are built and slanted. It might be easier, so I just keep that in mind. I don't know for sure now, but I might go out there Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I'm tasked to be out there for the weekend, so we'll see. But I can at least say I'm not dreading it. You know, I'm not dreading it. I know what I need to do in that situation. Let people know. Let people know I'm coming, so they already know what I expect. Mm-hmm. This is the way I go. This is the way it goes. You ever saying what people? And you would be right to say that. You would be right to say that. Guess what? Monday people. Guess what? Better this way. Guess what? Swinging on y'all 2 times. For me and for the phone. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.